Hello everyone, how are you today? Everything's fine. I hope you are okay. In this video, I'm gonna explain the first lesson in grade 6, which is mass and weight. It is in Egyptian syllabus, the national one. Especially today, I'm gonna talk about mass. Let's get started. What do you think? What is the difference between mass and weight? It is the same or it's look different? It's not the same. Maybe mass and weight cause confusion for a lot of people. We get confusion. Is it the same? Mass and weight is the same? It's not the same. Okay? So let's learn what is the mass today. The mass is the amount of matter in an object. What does it mean? For example, look at the potatoes. These potatoes equal 7 kilograms. So the mass of these potatoes equals 7 kilograms, which means that the amount of potatoes in this pouch equals 7 kilograms. So when I ask you what is meant by that the mass of potatoes equals 7 kilograms, it's mean that the amount of potatoes equals 7 kilograms. Okay, another question. What is meant by the mass of a glass equal 100? A mass of glass or a glass cup equal 100. That's mean that the amount of glass in the cup equal 100. Great. Did you get it now? Okay. The mass has properties. So, what is the properties of mass? First of all, the mass of an object increases when the amount of matter increases. How? In this example, when I increase the amount of potatoes, the mass of it will increase. And when I increase the mass, of course, the amount of matter will increase, or the amount of potatoes will increase. So it's vice versa. The mass of an object increases when the amount of matter increases, and also when I increase the amount of matter, like when I increase the potatoes, the mass will increase. That's logic. Okay. Number 2, all matter have mass whatever their physical states. The physical states maybe solid, maybe liquid, maybe gases, all of it have mass, whatever their physical states. So if it's liquid, it has mass. If it's solid, it has mass. If it's gas, it has mass. And all matter have mass, whatever their shapes, one piece or particulars, powder or pure substances or mixture, all of it will have mass. Number 4, all matter have mass whatever their places. On the moon, on any planet. So when you measure the object on Earth's surface, then you will measure the same object on moon's surface. What do you think? It will be the same or it will be different? You will notice that mass is not a change. So the mass is stable. So I can say that the mass of any matter is fixed value, which means stable, which means constant. All of it, right? So the mass of any object, fixed value, constant, doesn't change by changing the place. So the mass of an object on Earth's surface equal the mass of the same object on moon's surface. Did you get it now? Okay. Let's learn about how to measure the mass. How can I measure the mass? I have Many types of scales. I can use it when I want to measure mass. I divide it to two arm scales and one arm scales. In two arm scales I have two scales which are balance scale and sensitive scale. Balance scale, what do you think? It's suitable to measure large masses or small masses. You can see it in the market. When you go to buy fruits or vegetables or cheeses, you will find the balance scale. So it's suitable to measure large masses. Great. And what about sensitive scale? This is called sensitive scale. I can measure small masses or large masses. What do you think? I can measure small masses with sensitive scale. That's right. Okay. And also there are one arm scales such as digital scales like that, and one arm scale with pointer, and this is the picture for it. What do you think? Digital scale for small masses or large masses? What do you think? Digital scale for small masses. That's right. What about one arm scale with pointer? Suitable to measure large masses. Great. Okay, let's learn the measuring units of mass. The measuring units of mass. We have three measuring units of mass: gram, kilogram, and ton. Of course, you know that gram is suitable to measure small masses such as jewelry, chemicals, gold, that the thing that is so tiny or so small, and it may equal the mass of one paper clip. This is the paper clip, of course you know it. What about kilogram? Kilogram suitable to measure the large masses such as fruits, vegetables, and it equals the mass of 1 liter of distilled water at the normal temperature. Okay, and the ton, it is used to measure a very big masses or for very large masses. Okay, let's learn how to measure the mass of solid object by balance scale. When you want to measure a piece of apple, you want to measure a pieces of apples. Okay, first of all, you should put the balance horizontally on a stable shelf. Why? To avoid any vibrations of the balance scale, so you can read it the measurements very well. Okay, next you will put the object that you want to measure it, for example apples, and in the other pans you will put the standard masses, kilogram or 2 kilogram, like that. You will measure it until it balanced. When it balanced, it means that the apples equal the standard masses. So the mass of the object that you measured will equal the total masses of the standard masses, which is balanced with the object, and that is the measurement of the object. Okay, so the total mass of the standard masses equal the mass of the object. Okay, how to measure the mass of liquid by digital scale? How can I measure it? What do you think? You should also put it horizontally on a stable shelf to also avoid any vibrations. Okay, so first you will bring an empty beaker, empty glass like this, and put it on the digital scale and record the reading. It will be M1. Okay, for example, I measured an empty glass and it is 100 grams. Then I put it the amount of water that I want to measure it. I put in the beaker the amount of water that I want to measure it. So then I will repeat to measure it and record the reading. It will be M2. So how can I measure the liquid? How can I measure the water? The mass of the liquid equal the mass of the glass with liquid, which is M2, subtract the mass of the empty glass, which is M1. So 100 subtract, for example, the mass of the water and beaker was 180. So I will subtract 180, subtract 100. So it will be 80 gram. So that's how can I measure liquids. 2 subtract M2, which is the mass of the glass with liquid, and subtract the mass of empty glass. I hope you get this part. I will continue this lesson in the next video following up with me. I hope with my video lessons you will discover how much fun science can be. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.